Hare Krishna. I am making this video in defense of Bhagavadgita, broadly religion, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, etc., pointing out some flaws with the modern scientific thought with respect to quantum mechanics. This video is a plea and appeal for you to explore Bhagavad-Gita and then decide for yourself. Some of the things which are being said in modern quantum mechanics are totally illogical, and unfortunately we as a society have been lulled to sleep with a blind faith in quantum mechanics or scientists. If you go tell people Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, people don't want to hear that, don't want to believe that. That's okay. Firstly, the Vedic literature such as Bhagavad-Gita is presented for people who are fully pure in heart. That is the intent as from his words of Vyasdev, the author. Nirma Saranam Satam, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, second sloka. This material is for those people who are fully pure in the heart. Physics is broadly divided into Newtonian mechanics, then Einstein's theory of relativity, and then now recently we have quantum mechanics, and now we have string theory and all these things. Firstly, all these theories are violently contradicting each other, and at this point we have no reason to believe or no hope for the next 30 to 50 years that we can resolve all these incongruities. That makes it important for us to admit the possibility of existence of God and God as the inconceivable binding force which holds the universe together. So if you think of it in the modern quantum mechanics, they are saying that the universe came out of nowhere, and this is kind of what the Einstein's relativity theory people are also saying, that the universe came in Big Bang and we don't know what happened before Big Bang. Specifically in quantum mechanics, people are saying that the universe can just explode out of nowhere. So here is a point, the tip of my pen. Can you make a universe explode here? Some of the stuff which they say are outright illogical or childish, and it shows a lack of common sense in the name of science. They may be very big mathematicians, they may be very great mathematicians or very great physicists, but sometimes having less of common sense. We have no clue as to how the universe came about. And if you think of Einstein's Rosen paradox, it talks about it talks how in quantum mechanics you need to believe blindly that things change state and shape over arbitrarily large distances in a arbitrary small moment of time. One can understand that stuff changes over, let's say, 10 to the power minus 9 meters instantaneously, but quantum mechanics says that stuff can change in space and shape over 10 to the power 10 meters in 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. This is very, very illogical, and that does not go well with any of our day-to-day experience, and that is the reason for us to be very skeptical of what the scientists are saying, and for us to not believe what they are saying very blindly. In fact, in today's world, one could be a professor at very nice universities like Princeton. For example, I went to Princeton University for my doctoral degree in computer science. You can be a professor who is teaching quantum mechanics, or let's say who is teaching superconductivity of strontium dioxide between minus 34 Fahrenheit and minus 38 Fahrenheit to all the students for 30, you could be doing this for 30 years and not realize that the logical incongruities between quantum mechanics and our common sense. And if anything, the people who are very deep into a particular area of physics, they get their knowledge about other areas of physics from popular science magazines, and in a sense, everybody is being lulled down to sleep about what it all means, and we are falsely forgetting the possibility of existence of God. If I say this pen came out of nowhere, there is no reason for you to believe me. Similarly, there is no reason to believe that the universe has come out of nowhere. That is the reason to posit the existence of God. In fact, we see so much order in our day-to-day lives, and second law of thermodynamics says that disorder will only increase. So, since we have an order, we need to posit that there is something beyond matter. Matter is not the ultimate answer. Beyond all these things, please don't believe me blindly. Please verify for yourself. Now, as a modern society, we are losing fact of our of the power of our mind. For example, if you look at Edward Witten, who is a great physicist, he said in science, in physics, he's probably a Nobel laureate or something. He's at the Institute of Advanced Studies at Princeton. IIS, Institute of Advanced Studies at Princeton, is a very big place. Like Einstein worked there, for example. He said in science we have nowhere where A influences B and B does not influence A. So matter influences our mind, and therefore it is quite possible that mind can also influence matter. If you firstly, as I said before, the Vedic people, at least the masters, are fully pure in their heart, and there is no culture of lying. And if you read the books, the great books on yoga, for example, Autobiography of a Yogi, firstly he says, don't ever lie. Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda. Yogananda ji says, don't ever lie. And he also says that he has had great experiences with people twisting matter via the mind. In our modern day world, we are so so much into weapons of mass distraction that we don't let our mind focus and concentrate. We take so many mind numbing substances, be it drugs, alcohol, etc. There is so much of chemicals in our food, especially the amount of nitriles in the meat. It's crazy. All these things are weakening our mind, and therefore we don't recognize that via mind we can move matter. Now, the Vedic understanding of yoga, or in the religious circles or in the Hindu religious circles, is that you can actually make stuff manifest out of nowhere via the power of the mind. So, if quantum mechanics can say that the universe or things can manifest out of nowhere, and that this pen can arbitrarily transform into a ball, and this is exactly what Einstein's criticism was, Einstein-Rosen paradox. If this pen can arbitrarily transform into wall, what is the problem with saying that via mind and meditation and powers of the mind, you can transform this pen into a ball or gold for that matter? Anyway, I'm not here to defend alchemy. I'm here to try and motivate myself and yourself to go deeper into meditation, so that we cannot verify for themselves. Now, meditation is very tricky. When I sit down to meditation, I think, oh, today the traffic on New Jersey Turnpike is going to be this heavy. I'm going to get stuck in this traffic jam. So meditation is very difficult. Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, has made it very easy for us. He said, just chant mantras, Vedic mantras, and hear the mantra. I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And irrespective of whether you believe in this mantra or you don't believe in this mantra, it will work. If you're sick, let's say you have an infection, you will take penicillin, and you don't need to believe whether penicillin medicine will work or will not work. It will work anyway. Similarly, Vedic mantras, especially Hare Krishna, will work irrespective of whether you believe in it or you don't believe in it. If you believe in it, it makes it easy. If you don't believe in it, that's okay. It will still work. So try chanting mantras and see what happens to you. If you are an atheist, awesome. Read Bhagavadgita for 20 minutes a day and see what it does to your level of thinking. Your level of thinking will improve. The way you know that a sweet is good, that a pudding is good, is in tasting it. Similarly, the way you know that Bhagavad is good is in tasting it, in hearing it, and seeing what it does to your consciousness. Thank you. Hare Krishna.